No i cześć, witajcie z tej strony Milacker i witam was bardzo serdecznie w Kingdom.com stream na Twitchu, więc zostaw followka, zapis na YouTube, więc zostaw łapeczkę w górę, suba i dzwoneczek, aby być na bieżąco. Na dole macie link do grupy na Discordzie SZESZCHLONÓW Milacker, na który was zachęcam bardzo serdecznie. Jak również macie reflinki, jeśli chcecie jakieś darmowe skinki, no to zapraszam. Wszystko dla was. No i teraz, że tak powiem, wróćmy do meritum, czyli długo myślałem nad tym questem, jak możemy go rozwiązać. Wydaje mi się, że chyba wiem, ale nie wiem, czy dobrze o tym myślę, więc zaraz sobie ogarniemy. Druga sprawa, poza nagraniem chwileczkę sobie pobiegałem. Walczyłem pałą, berdyszem, alchemię, jak widzicie, dobiłem do poziomu 15, co za tym idzie, chyba sobie zainwestujemy. Aha, nie dotyczy autogotowania, no to tak średnio bym powiedział. Leczące lub gotowane jedzenie psuje się wolniej. No tak szczerze, to chyba te trujące ostrze na ten moment. Nad tamtym bym się musiał zastanowić, bo odkąd mam autogotowanie, to już sam się tym nie poram. No i skradanie się, no to co, został nam przyczelny kameleon, czyli skradanie mamy na poziomie 20, chwała za to. Włamywanie mamy na poziomie 20 i tu musimy się zastanowić. No, tak szczerze to po pijaku rzadko kiedy co otwieram, ale złota rączka też mi nie jest aż tak bardzo przydatna, więc to nie wiem. No dobra, weźmy sobie tą złotą rączkę, bo po pijaku, jak już mówiłem, nie otwieramy zamków i chyba jeszcze na czymś wbiłem poziom. Nie, chyba to tyle. No. Czytanie też za chwilę na maksa, drobna kradzież, tu trochę to nam kuleje, ale to sobie nadrobimy. Bicie też niedługo, zielarstwo, też zbierałem ziółek. Jeszcze troszeczkę nam brakuje do ostatniego. Cena ziół, które sprzedaje się 115% wyższa, ale wygrałem też turniej i zaraz tutaj odbierzemy sobie nagrodę od Hanusza na golenniki. Bardzo dobrze mamy, ostatnio sobie odebraliśmy pysk. Sprawdźmy sobie te nagolenniki 19. No i teraz jak to liczyć? Te mają tyle. Pikowane nogi to nie jest to. 16. No ja nie wiem, to jest lepsze? Jak ktoś wie, weź mi napisz w komentarzu, bo nie mam zielonego pojęcia, czy to jest lepsze. No na pewno wagi więcej bym zyskał do noszenia. Mniej temu do zakładania, ale... Ale czy to jest też takie sexy? No nie wiem. Co chciałem powiedzieć, to udało mi się wygrać turniej, oczywiście jak sami się domyślacie, w sposób uczciwy, bo dzień prędzej, że tak powiem, okradłem tamtych dupielców i to było... O kurde, co to za laksy? Ty, co ty do mnie mówisz? Ło, co się dzisiaj dzieje? Co się dzisiaj dzieje z Kingdomem? Halo? Nic nie aktualizuję, nic nie pobieram. Co to był za lagozaur? Ło, patrzcie, mapa jest czarna aż. Co tu się dzieje? O, coś się wczytuje. Ale nie mam zielonego pojęcia. O, już chyba działa płynnie. Gdzie chciałem? Aha, do Peszka. No właśnie, bo u Peszka jeszcze obstawiłem zakład. O kurwa, to co tu jest dzisiaj za lagi jakieś? Mapa też taka brzydsza się zrobiła? What the fuck? No znowu szarpnęło. O jakiego speeda kurwa dostaliśmy? Co tu się dzieje dzisiaj? Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, mam nadzieję, że to się ogarnie, bo kurde. Nie może tak być. Mam dzisiaj chęć pogrania przynajmniej 2 godziny w Kingdoma. Gro, nie rób mi tego. No i będziemy robili główny wątek chyba. Jeśli się uda. Jeśli gra mi pozwoli oczywiście, bo na razie to tak opornie, dosyć opornie. Gro? Gro? Ja cię proszę o jedno. Nie rób sobie jaj. No, dziękuję, ale pikseloza się nam objawiła. O wow. No naprawdę. Co się dzisiaj dzieje z tą grą? Kurwa, zsiadłem z Nogi mi się rozjechały. Ja pierdolę, widzicie to? No i co tu się dzisiaj stało? Halo? Gro, Peszek. Kurwa, stary, gdzie ty jesteś? Nie no, piękne jest, sunę nogami po koniu. O, już się czymś naprawiła. Ej, nie wiem, o co tu chodzi. What the fuck? Ej, chyba trafi mi, kurde, grę zresetować. Jak to tak długo będzie się dzisiaj wczytywać? Come on. Peszuś. Mordo ty moja.
Lad! Don't you want a little wager on the rat-aid tourney?
Debilu. Głupi debilu. God be with you.
About betting.
No stówkę, co mi tam szkodzi. Chyba nie mam niczego kradzionego. Ale kurwa dramat, ty, co tu się w ogóle podziało, ty, w tym momencie? Ale grę dzisiaj zamula pała. Czy pała zamula grę? Albo na odwrót. God damn. Aha, to ja jeszcze wygrany nie odebrałem. Ej, yo, ty weź mi oddaj pieniądze. A, tu
Come
jest.
for my winnings.
All right. There'll be another tourney in a week.
We'll see.
Dobra, dobra. A no czekaj, pickpocketing miałem na 15.
Stop.
Czyli może mnie
Alright.
nauczyć. No i zajebiście. Dobra, drobna kradzież, mamy kolejny level. Bardzo dobrze, doskonała robota, panie majster. Najbardziej to się obawiam, jak można expić broń drzewcową w tej grze, bo jako takiej nie ma do kupienia. Wiem, że bardzo mało przeciwników ją posiada, ale to jest broń, którą trzeba nosić ze sobą wszędzie. Nie wiem trochę, jak to będzie działało, ale kurde ty, no halo. Goro, proszę cię, łatuj się. Zapomniałem wam w ogóle pokazać jednej rzeczy, żeby nie było, że jakoś tam se kurwa oszukuję czy coś. Łazarzów, eliksirów na trawienie kogucików, odwarów z nagietków i sznapsików. Mamy aż tyle na koniu wożę ze sobą. Poczekajcie, żeby was nie skłamać. 34 w ekwipunku mam. Gdzie to są sznapsy? Chyba na samym dole. Come on. 16. Tu widzę, że mam jakąś zbroję chyba niekwalifikowaną. Nie. Dobra, wszystko jest moje, ok. Więc jest git. Teresko, czy ty dasz nam buźki?
I hope you won't need them, but
Oh, wow.
just in case.
Thank you.
No dobra, może być i bandaż. Kiedyś na pewno nam się przyda, więc jak gra nam pozwoli, to wróćmy sobie one more time do Sezawy. Akurat chyba w nocy nawet dojedziemy, więc pasuje. Z tego co zrozumiałem, chyba musimy podejść w nocy jakoś do ołtarza. Ale nie wiem, kurwa, kiedy mi to umknęło i czy to w ogóle ma sens jakikolwiek. Zasadzka. Zostałeś napadnięty przez nieznanych, uzbrojonych mężczyznów. Uciekaj. Walta się na cyce. Oczywiście Chrypsztajn dalej ze mną pozostaje, pełne zatoki również. Dlatego co jakiś czas mogę się dusić, albo o taki sobie wdech mogę wziąć. A tu co tu się dzieje? Kurwa. Ja rozumiem, że przechodzimy przez ryneczek Rydla, ale jest kurde późna pora godzinna i nie powinno być takich jaj. My jeszcze chcemy iść do karczmarza i z nim pogadać. A nie pamiętam, czy ja z nim gadałem odnośnie tego questa. No, oczywiście jak gra nam pozwoli. Mam delikatne podejrzenia, czym to może być spowodowane, ale chyba się mylę. Mianowicie ostatnio pobierałem nasze streamy, te poprzednie, i wstawiałem je na YouTubka i ich nie usunąłem. Możliwe, że jest trochę mniej pamięci, ale nie wiem, może pierdolę kłopoty, no na pewno. Dobra, pickpocketing to ja sobie też poogarniam, myślę, że w ratajach, bo tam najłatwiej jest mi odbić reputation, a karczma była z tej strony, Kajoliza. Ole laki, ja pierdolę, deszcz, żeby tak lagowo. Ostatnio było dobrze wszystko. Kim ty jesteś? Talk to me.
Gods.
Aha,
Take
trudno
care.
mi powiesz, gdzie masz męża? Piotr Łąkoć. Eliasz! Tu jest taberzysta. Yo.
Jesus Christ.
Are there any problems around here I might be...
Nothing I've heard about.
Have you no...
And what's your idea?
Thank you for the help.
Dobra,
Not at all.
czyli on mi nic nie powie.
Thank you.
Dobra, w takim razie mam inny pomysł. Idziemy do kościoła. Zgodnie z questem werbownicy bla 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 pali się światło drzwi otwarte. Muszę wejść, kleknąć przed ołtarzem i poczekać. Ostre słowa mi nie pomogą. A ja wtedy coś myślałem, że jest na odwrót i chyba nie kliknąłem tego ołtarza. Czemu uprzejmy świadek? Przecież ja nic nie ukradłem.
You can't hide from me.
Co ja wziąłem od ciebie?
Surrender! You've committed a crime and I'm arresting you.
What the fuck? Mordo, o co ci chodzi?
Do you seriously think you can creep around here in the dark, right under my
Kurwa,
nose?
bo pochodni nie
You
miałem.
should have thought twice about what...
No ty kurwa pajaco.
You make
Well,
Pal gumę. Pal gumę, szarlatanie. Dobra, więc idziemy do kościółka. Tutaj leżą kurczaki, które ubiłem. Ale chłop się do mnie przyczepił za brak pochodni. What the fuck? Chyba leków nie wziął. No i dobra, czy to... Ja pierdolę, naprawdę tak jest. O mój Boże, a ja kurwa tego questa odpuściłem. I zajęliśmy się z czymś innym.
the kingdom come.
Dobra, to nic.
Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
amen.
What?
Nareszcie mamy kontynuację, kochani.
You've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
Henryk, powiesz? Kurwa, ja muszę
You're
wybierać.
hiring men who don't mind getting their hands dirty.
Is that so? And where did you hear that?
Taverns and the like. People talk.
Well, that's a pretty tale. But no one in any tavern told you to come here and wait, did they? So let's have it. Who told you?
O kurwa. Jeden z przybocznych...
The
Dobra, chuj.
bailiff's man told me about you. The one who runs the fight club in the quarry.
Did he now? Well, I hope you trounced him. Bastard took my money at dice.
If you want, I can give him a proper hiding, just to show you I'm serious.
Spare me the boasting. I've got a test ready for you. Let's see how you handle it before you tell us how wonderful you are.
What test?
Okej.
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight, but not now. Now you can only join if you do what we tell you.
Kurwa,
Which is
muszę
what?
kogoś zajebać.
Steal something?
Nah, not theft. If you want to join us, you have to kill Pius.
I'll have to find him first.
You don't need to find him. We know where he is.
O,
Then why haven't you killed him yourselves?
sorry, jak wam
It's quite a
zaczyszczało.
test. He's hiding in a monastery.
With the stable boys? It's not hard to get into the grounds.
No, not there. Well, he would have been dead long since. He's in the, cloister, or whatever it is.
But only monks can get in there.
Just monks and pious. He's an educated bastard. Seems he used to be a priest.
O,
We didn't quite work out.
Holender.
Who's pious? And why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway, because it's an instructive tale.
Aha.
Pius was one of us, but he fucked up.
How? Did he steal something?
Yeah, that was part of it. Stole some money, ran away. Few boys died over it. Showed a distinct lack of loyalty. And as soon as he's dead, you can join us.
How will I recognize Pius?
He won't have been there long. He should be the only new one there.
But what if there are others? What does he look like?
Normal. He always went about well dressed and had a fine looking dagger.
Yes, except he'll be given a robe and they'll take his knife.
Then you'll have to try and figure out which one of the novices it is and get him to betray himself. Try getting him drunk. Then send him
Jasny
straight to hell.
gwint.
Get him drunk? In a monastery?
We're better. There's more wine there than in the royal cellars. And I doubt he's suddenly stopped drinking.
No dobra.
And how am I supposed to get into the cloister?
You'll think of something. Maybe there's a secret passage.
A to byłem tamtędy,
I've
no.
heard there's some cave underneath. The cave of Saint Procopius. There might be a way into it from outside.
And do you have any other ideas besides secret passages?
Well, there is this one fellow been hanging around the taverns. Supposed to join the monastery soon. Might be he could help
O
you
kurwa,
somehow.
to chyba do
I'd try
klasztoru
talking to him
wstąpimy.
if I were you. And if he doesn't help, knock him on his ass and take anything he's got that you could use to pass yourself off as him. A letter of admittance to the monastery, or whatever.
And do you have any other tests?
We're not hiring stable boys. We want men who are prepared to do anything.
A ja.
And this is the toughest task we've got.
So how many men have you already sent?
And just a handful.
And what happened to them? Did they hang?
Just the first one. The others turned tail. Guess they didn't have the stomach for it.
No to on będzie miał jakąś ochronę. Dobra.
Fine. So I've got to kill Pius. He's in the cloister, and to get into the cloister, I'll need to enlist the help of some boy who's joining the order, right?
More or less. And now the main thing.
The main thing is to kill him, isn't it?
Of course. But that's not all. All hell's gonna break loose in the monastery after the murder. So, either make sure nobody finds him, or hightail it out of there quick as soon as the job's done.
No kurwa.
But better if they don't find him right away.
And what else? Should I come back here afterwards?
No, no. Before you run for it, take his special dice and bring it as proof that you killed him. And if you can get him to tell you where he hid the coin, bring that as well.
Bring his dice and the money if I find it. And where should I bring it?
From the monastery, head east across the river. There'll be a swamp where you'll find a fire pit. Go there at night and light a fire. Make it nice and big and we'll show up. Take the dice and the money,
Boże.
and then tell you where to report. Got it?
Right, I'm to slip into the best guarded place in the entire region and kill someone. Take his dice and money, and then go to the swamp and wait by the fire.
Easy.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Easy.
Well, you can at least say a few Hail Marys for me. I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
And remember, we'll be keeping tabs. So don't you try to run off, alright? Take care.
No dobra. No to kurwa nieźle. God damn. A klucz sam podbierzesz, Heniu, czy muszę go podnieść? Pytanie. Retoryka. Klucz do sazawskiego kościoła. A ja się włamię. A nie, czekaj, ty. Też ja mam kurwa level maxi. Bóstwo, czystość i posłuszeństwo. Jasny gwint. Nothing special, ale jak jest okazja, to trzeba skorzystać. Dobra, sprawdźmy sobie mapę. Przede wszystkim odznaczmy sobie to, co jest nam niepotrzebne. Powiedz panu Radzikowi, czego bandyci chcą od ciebie. Czy co, najpierw mam iść kurwa nakapować? Nie, chyba co? Ty, bo teraz to ja nie wiem. Powiedzieć Radzikowi i znowu tu zadupcać? Ja pierdolę, robimy to, a później mu powiem. Dobra, rozmawię z młodzieńcem. To kierunek A, gdzie jest mój pojazd? Myślę, że Radzik się nie pogniewa, jak jakiś oprych zginie. Cicho, przecież jeżdżę ślepym koniem. On jeździ na węch. Zgodnie z tym. Z kierunkiem wiatru, z który wieje. Najgorzej jak wieje z jego tyłu i mu zawiewa do przodu. Bo wtedy koń robi takie dziwne bączki. Tak było. Nie kłamie, naprawdę. Dobra, karczma. Wow, ludzie nie śpią. Fantazja, ale Heniu musi chyba coś zjeść. Dokładnie. Co my mamy do zjedzenia? Szczerze to nic takiego ciekawego aż specjalnie. Miód możemy w sumie obśrupać. Przy okazji trochę energii nam odda. Czy to ty jesteś tym?
I hope I can be of help.
Karol?
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No. Take care now.
No. Ty wyglądasz na Karola.
I'm at your service,
Masz
sir.
taki głupi wyraz twarzy.
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No.
Kurwa.
May the Lord watch over you.
To który z was to Karol? Ty?
Good
Kajol?
day to you.
You
Kajol?
wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No.
Kurwa. Który z was to Karol? Który z was to Karol? Może u góry? Aha, nie kupiłem, to się nie wyśpię. No, logiczne. O jasny gwint. Dobra, czy musimy poczekać w ten sposób? No niestety. Na deszczu do samego rańca. W kości nawet nikt nie grał, żeby nam czas jakoś miło minął. A i przy okazji te kostki, które tam mieliśmy, bo ja miałem chyba z 9 czy 10 kości? Jakoś tak, coś kiele tego. To pochowałem je do skrzyneczki, żeby nam nie zawalały i przy sobie będziemy mieli kości te, którymi rzeczywiście gramy. Wybrałem te takie szczęśliwsze, które nam no, trochę lepiej dzięki nim się gra. A druga sprawa to tamte kradzione kości, co miałem, to żebym je sprzedał Peszkowi i je odkupił od niego. Awanturnik w karczmie, to chyba ty.
What? Are you volunteering to get your head smashed in?
That's right. Let's go.
O wow, ty naprawdę. Kolanko! Kurwa, orzeszek. Przyczajony kameleon. Oberżysta.
Hail!
Mistrz fresków.
As you wish.
A gdzie reszta piesków? i obiboków i łazęgów. To jest coś sexy. O, Karol. Weź stań.
Leave me be. I want to sleep.
Okej. Okej. Jakby... A ja nawet nie muszę z nim gadać tej. I to ja nie muszę z nim nawet gadać. Dobra, elo. Mamy chłopa z głowy, idziemy do klasztoru. Dobra, na broń założę sobie tarczę. Na buławy może sobie coś otrujemy, co? Jakoś klątwę rzucimy. Marchewkę obśrupiemy. Gdzie tu jest jakaś trucizna? A, antidotum to nie. Zastosuj na buławie. No i pięknie. Dobra. Nice, moi drodzy. Czyli obyło się nawet bez rozmów. No to Karol, niestety przykro mnie, ale no nie trafisz do klasztoru, mój przyjacielu. Innym razem. Musisz sobie załatwić kolejny list polecający. To debil. Dobra, z którym mam pogadać? Tu jest. Czarny książę, czarny pan, brat Furtian.
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to enter as a novice.
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately, people will keep turning up out of the blue.
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to that, though. I'm not the first novice here, am I?
But that wasn't very considerate of him, was it? It's been so hectic here lately.
Pytanie teraz, czy jak jeden i drugi żyją, to czy nie narosną
The
jakieś
last one didn't
komplikacje.
even have a letter, and you'd think his backside was on fire. The way he kept looking over his shoulder.
You took him without the letter. You didn't find that suspicious?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone. But he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery.
Aha.
So there was nothing to prevent him from being accepted, at least temporarily. You're a different case, though. Are you able to read?
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of Saint Benedict and renounce forever the temptations of this world?
O kurwa. No to chuj.
I am.
No w sumie przedstawił mi się jako Karol.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate them to the monastery.
Co ty do mnie
You
mówisz?
may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monks' robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while,
Co ty do mnie
while I go and
mówisz?
see the prior to
Ja
arrange
będę bez
matters
broni?
for your acceptance. Good luck to you.
Idź za dekretem. Jest kurwa dekret. Odłóż cały świecki majątek. No nie, ej, oni nie żartowali. Ja to chyba na konia schowam. Masz tyle w dźwigu? No tak się składa, że akurat go trochę opróżniłem przed wyprawą. Ja pierdzielę. Tutaj? O kurwa, to mój nocleg.
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
O nie! On sam to zrobił.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Fucking hell. Nawet się nie wykąpałem. Charyzma pewnie by się przydała tutaj. Fucking hell. A ten chyba ostatni, ten świętoszek.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst.
Opat chyba wrócił.
Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience and endurance of
Ja mam
all
nadzieję, że nie
discomfort.
straciłem tego mojego
These
ekwipunku.
are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum, et vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas
Kurwa, czemu mnie pierwszego wzięli? Come on!
ab expectatione me.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
Grzegorz. O kurwa, to mnie skrzywdzili z Karola na Grzegorza. Pięknie. No chyba zmienię tytuł streama na Zostałem mnichem. No i faktycznie, nawet achievement jest.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony.
A czemu mam
I had
tak
no idea what I
ryjowity?
was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
Being here in the monastery is my dream come true. Being a monk is so...
Wyśleć świętoszka.
Well, no one's ever said that before. I'm curious if you'll still be singing the same tune in a month's time.
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education.
Dobra, to
Although
nie
I must
jestem.
say, so far the
Byłem pewny,
monastic
że
life's
to on,
been
przez to,
quite
że tak się kręcił.
unexpected.
Is it alright if we
O
don't...
kurwa,
I
nie to
thought that
chciałem.
since you're literally a complete novice, you'd be interested to know what you have to do tomorrow. But if you don't want to come with me, I won't force you. Here's a letter from the prior with the daily schedule. read it, and
Fuck!
observe it.
Misklikłem dialog. A
Let's
nie,
go then.
dobra.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening, so you know how things work. Right, we can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go. Remember one...
Czekaj, Antek, czekaj, ja muszę tytuł zmienić. Zostałem mnichem. Mnich z Shaolinu. O kurwa, naprawdę nic nie mam. Fucking hell. 4. żarcie, 6. wspólny posiłek. 11. praca w bibliotece z wykrzyknikami, 6. popołudniowa adoracja. Szpory. Kompeta. Czas wolny przed tym. 21. spoczynek, początek ciszy nocnej. O Jezu Chryste, naprawdę mnie zmusi. Kurwa, Antek, gdzieś ty spierdolił? Chodź tu. To ty?
Come now, I don't want to still be showing you around at
O,
midnight.
dobra, no już.
This is the...
O kurwa, on coś do mnie mówi.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book.
Who'd tear up a book like that? Brother librarian might know.
A, to starą bibliotekę, księgę, co kiedyś wyrwałem.
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks? You surprise me, brother. And you, a nobleman's son. But you could ask Brother Celerius. They say he used to be a thief.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Who's in charge of things around here?
Truthfully,
Opat.
everyone except us.
Piotr.
But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough, someone else. As if it mattered. Our life will still be work and prayer.
I see. Are there any rifts between the brothers?
Yes. From the moment talk began about electing a new abbot, it's been like a hornet's nest here. Strange you haven't noticed.
Dopiero jestem tu kilka godzin, kurwa. Wybory opata.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
Abbot Peter is old. When he dies, they'll have to select a new abbot from amongst the brethren. The candidates are John and Nevlas. And if you ask me for my opinion, Nevlas is definitely the right man. Unfortunately, no one cares about my opinion because novices get no say.
Tell me something about life here.
Work, prayer, as if you didn't know. We serve God, and that's the central truth of our lives.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Someone takes care of the library, someone else the garden. The abbot supervises everyone, and in his absence, the prior. But it's the circators you should worry about. They're the brothers who'll make sure we observe the rule. They can
Cyrkatorzy.
be quite strict, so if you want to avoid getting punished, always act righteously and do your duties honestly.
No dobra. Kto rządzi?
Who's in
Truthfully,
Are there already candidates to be the new abbot?
brothers John and Nevlas, but the others have been fighting like dogs because of them. We don't have to fight about anything, though.
This John, who is he?
A circator, and really just an unpleasant old man. It's mostly the older brothers on his side, because they believe he'll protect the status quo and all the benefits that come with long service here.
Aż się muszę wygodnie
Tell me
usiąść,
something
bo
about
tu...
Nevlas.
Ja nie wiem, co tu się będzie
Nevlas
działo w tym
manages the
klasztorze,
monastery's
nie?
property. He's what they call the provost.
Nie mam sztyletu.
He'd like to bring back solemnity to the monastery through reform and by returning to pure faith. A lovely idea, but most of the monks are against it.
Why can't novices vote?
They say we don't have enough experience to decide about anything. Don't worry, we'll get our chance.
Okej.
Why is who wins so important?
We're young and we'll spend the rest of our lives here. And the abbot decides everything about our lives. Didn't it ever occur to you how powerful he is?
No dobra.
Who would you choose as the new abbot if you could?
Why should I even think about that when I don't have the right to vote? Gregor, don't go poking your nose into other people's business. You'll sleep better at night.
Grzegorz. My name is Grzegorz Brzęczyszczykiewicz. O nie, mordo. Drzwi ci się popsuły. Hi. Hello, how are you?
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
O kurwa.
Can you tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules, which we still follow today. They're read at every meal. The fundamental precepts are obedience.
No to zajebista lektura do obiadku.
We're fully devoted to serving God. The outside world beyond the monastery walls is foreign to us.
Do you never want to know what's going on out there?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue, and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all will remain unchanged through the ages.
No jo.
I'm interested in the monastery's history.
It was founded by Saint Procopius 500 years ago. After his death, heretics occupied the place for some time, but then the order was restored and brothers of true faith returned.
Heretics, you say?
They wanted to worship God with some foreign rituals in a language foreign to God. They were driven away and their books burned.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now. Then there's the prior and the sub-prior, the librarian, the porter, and many others. As a novice, you should be particularly mindful of the circators. They're the ones who maintain discipline and punish bad behavior.
To zaraz dostanę kurwa batem po dupie.
What can you tell me about the novices here?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hard-working and will help you with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse.
Czyli
no one knows
Łukasz.
much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing.
Can you leave the monastery?
Where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway, all the doors here are closed and
Jesteśmy
locked tight, so
uwięzieni.
no one can get in or out.
Zajebiście.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
John. There's no other candidate. Nevlas just babbles on and on. Don't take him seriously.
Tell me something about life here.
Prayer, work, obedience. That just about sums it up.
Pięknie.
Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right now are about the election of the new abbot. They can already see poor Peter in his grave.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
The old abbot is practically on his deathbed. There are 2 candidates. Half the monastery wants John, the other half Nevlas. And there's no chance they'll come to an agreement. But you've probably already noticed the atmosphere around here.
Nie wiem, który jest który.
Tell me about John.
John is a circator and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crosier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
Czyli Jan
I'd like to know
Mądry.
about Nevlas.
Jan Mądry, a Nevlas?
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure, his faith firm, and his ideas rational. Although perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here, which many brothers don't like.
No, bo się kurwa zasiedzieli.
Why does it matter so much who wins?
Because the future direction of the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers, and that some brothers are more concerned with their own comfort than with worshipping God. The older brothers take a different view. They say the younger monks want privileges they haven't earned, and each side has its own candidate.
I thought politics weren't part of the monastic way of life.
You're right. But we know nothing besides the monastery, and the abbot's decision can influence our entire life. Some of the brothers take it very personally.
Łocie panie, to tu się będzie działo, nie? No już gadał. Dobra, kolega nam się naprawił. Mniszek.
I'd like to ask you some... Well, that's all.
No to powiem tak. Będzie kurwa gruba akcja. Albo wszystkich tych w białych wybije i koniec.
Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work. As a novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren. And above us monks are the prior and the cicatas, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say. This is the refectory, where we come together to eat. During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the rule of Saint Benedict.
Okay.
The rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precepts, expect a swift punishment. But I've already told you about
Kurwa, nic nie ma. Też jest biedny jak ja.
the library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here, we also copy them. You too.
Praise be to Christ, brother.
Ty, mordo.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. But I've no time for idle chat. I transcribe books from dawn till dusk. I've been doing it for years, and I'll be doing it till the day I die.
What, you do nothing else?
It is my penance and my blessing. And now, brother, if you don't mind, I'd like to get this page finished.
Ty poczekaj. Poczekaj, kurwa, to nie koniec
What
naszej
troubles you?
rozmowy.
I'd like to ask about...
Can't you see I'm working?
The forbidden books must be in that cabinet.
W tej. A tu kiedyś byłem i tu nie było. Połowa książek jest zarąbana przeze mnie.
Praise be to Christ, brother.
Ty kim jesteś?
I'd like to ask...
Aha, że kurwa do góry jakoś, ja? Syn tu... O, czekaj, brat bibliotekarz. Halo, mordo. I got a quest for you.
What would you like?
A masz fryz.
Is it possible to learn something about the other novices in the library?
Only the abbot and the prior keep such records.
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his chambers, and only he and the prior are permitted to read them.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book. Do you know what it is?
It appears to be a page torn out of Ovid.
Ovid? What is that? Is it the name of a book?
Not
Ovidius?
what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. There were a few volumes by him in the library, but one of them vanished one day. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature.
O Jezu.
If a book had any mention of woman at all, he condemned it as a heretical work. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side that he stole it from the library, tore it up, and hid the pages wherever he could.
O kurwa.
Can you tell me something about the book?
The Art of Love is a sort of manual instructing young people how to find and maintain love. It's a lovely work. I don't understand what bothered Eustace so much about it, but as I was saying, he considered the book to be
Mamy
immoral,
szukać i
tore it up
znaleźć
as
książkę.
corrupting any of his brothers.
Kartki, kurwa, zbierać.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the book could be hidden anywhere, from the garden to the refectory.
Oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't destroy any of the pages. I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return to his rightful place in the library.
Good. I'll look around for it.
No chuj, poszukam, może
Thank you,
znajdę.
brother. It's of no great importance. but
10
if you find
stron?
10 pages, I'll be most grateful.
O kurwa. Trzy na 10.
I'd like to ask you...
Jasny chuj. No i chyba piwnica, nie? A mi lagi uciekły. Czy tu jest kolega kleptoman?
This looks like the dregs after a night's drinking. Who could be coming here?
Kurwa, nie mam wytrychu. He! Ogólnie to my możemy stąd wyjść na legalu. Bo kiedyś już tu byłem. I żeśmy nakradli wytrychy. Łamywanie. Dobra. Idziemy do góry, bo dostaniemy chyba w pizdę. Brat piwniczy. Kurwa, nie wiem, gdzie on jest. Poznaj pozostałych nowicjuszy. Mnich z Shaolinu?
Talk to me, brother.
My name is Grigori.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
Abbot Peter's health is deteriorating.
Who's in charge?
Oh, Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always travelling on. On top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Well, then we elect a new one.
There's no hurry.
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Nevlas. Cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, and there's only been
On się muzyka creepy odpaliła przez chwilę.
On one side are brothers who'd like to see John as abbot, on the other those who support Nevlas. And they seem to be capable of fighting about it forever.
Jan to stary zgoskniały chuj. Dlatego ja jak będę mógł głosować, to wybiorę Nevlasa. Ponoć serducho ma na swoim miejscu. Cykator Jan?
I'm Gregor and I'm new here.
I know. I saw you in the church during the ceremony. I have a feeling we'll be meeting again
A,
soon.
widziałem, to ten, co się tak oblizywał.
You see,
Patrzył na nas i już mu ten...
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that everything is the way it should be.
And when it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require correction, will you, brother?
Nie.
About you in the election. Will you tell me more about it?
Ask me anything you want.
Tell me something about Nevlas.
Nevlas is weak and toothless. He's full of hot hair. How anyone could think he'd make a good abbot is beyond me.
A, to jest
I don't
Jan.
even want to hear his name again.
I on
I'd
jest
like to know what's
cykatorem.
going on here.
Well, the young brothers feel they don't have the same rights and responsibilities as we, who have spent much of our lives here. And what of it? Privilege needs to be earned. Nevlas is lying when he says he wants to right wrongs. All he cares about are benefits for himself and his cronies.
I'd like to help you if I can.
There is something you could do. I'm convinced Nevlus must have done something that would greatly damage him if everyone found out. If he was preaching water and drinking wine, for example.
So I should dig something up on him and tell you about it?
Exactly. But I doubt you'll have any luck. Nevlus is too cunning and careful to give anything away.
Once I find something out, I'll tell you.
Robię to tylko i wyłącznie dlatego, żeby podbić reputację w klasztorze, bo jest bardzo tragiczna.
Thank you for answering. What did you want me to...
Dig up some dirt on Nevlus and tell me about it. If he's discredited in front of the others, he has no chance of even standing as a candidate.
I'd like to ask...
No dobra. Dobra, niech se idzie. O kurwa, będziemy spali na podłodze. Ja. To moje łóżko? Ho, panie, kurwa, jakie bogactwo. Wyłamywanie zamków trudne. O, nawet kibelek mamy. No to dobra, walniem se dwójeczkę. No i elegancko. Henryk lżejszy. Mam iść do łóżka, kurwa. I oni śpią co 2 godziny, więc... Nie wiem, ile ja mam spać. Coś tam było, że chyba do 21, nie? Jedzenie, seranie. Pytanie, czy to będziemy się tego tak kurczliwie trzymali. Wiecie, o co chodzi. I kurwa, nie mam jedzenia.
Oh, leave me be. I want to sleep.
Już trochę jedzenia mamy. Co to za książka? Codzienne obowiązki, a? Kartka wyrwana z księgi 3. Legenda o świętej Dorocie. Ucho zbójnika. To bardy dla Wojciecha. Kurwa, no nic nie mam. Wszystko zostało w tym. To jest pan piwniczak?
Ah, why are you waking me? Go away.
Well, look here.
Aha. Ja nawet sznapsów nie mam. O, ale wstałeś.
Talk to me, brother.
Możemy porozmawiać.
I'm looking for something a little, unorthodox.
And what would that be exactly?
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lockpicks? And what would you like those for?
Żeby dłubać w zębach.
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Well, why not? So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks.
Kurwa, mam precelka.
Can't say fairer than that, can I?
A nie dam mu, bo jest kradziony. Ja pierdolę, moja reputacja 23.
Apague, Satanas.
O, fuck. Idź pizdu. Nie mamy też sznapsów. W ogóle jesteśmy totalnie w dupie. A propos dupy, chłop pajęczynę ze sobą nosił. Nie wiem, czy tak powinno się zaczynać przygodę w klasztorze, ale powiedzmy, że ja od tego zacznę. Plus tamten gdzieś poszedł, co za tym idzie, moglibyśmy go znokautować. Brat bibliotekarz. Kameleon. Dobra, klucz nam też się przyda, nie wiem do czego. Antoni to chyba nie był ten, z którym gadaliśmy. Chuj wie. Mnich. Mnich. Chodź pogadać. Chodź pogadać. Aha. Czyli po prostu łóżko zmienił, ja? Kurwa, włamywanie łatwe, a ja na nic nie mam. Nawet pochodni nie mam, żeby sobie świecić. Jasny gwint. Ten jaki majętny. Bo naprawdę nikt z was nie ma wytrychów? Come on. Zlitujcie się. Na pewno ktoś z was musi mieć jakiś wytrych. Ten niebany książki czyta. Same książki powyciągałem. Dobra, czy ja mam coś do jedzenia? No mam. Strawy to tak... No nie no, 90. Dobra, sen i zapis. Niech jest, że jebniemy sobie do ranka. Nie wiem, czym to się dla nas skończy. Może nas obudzą. Tam była jakaś modlitwa o 22 czy coś. Chyba, że to jest po prostu tak napisane i że ja mam tam, nie wiem, iść raz na jakiś czas i coś tam zrobić. Nie wiem. Nie mam zielonego pojęcia. Nawet nie wiem, co mój koń robi. No i dobra, doczekaliśmy tej 5. Czy tam po 5. Zaniedbujesz swoje codzienne obowiązki. O kurwa. Idź do kościoła na modlitwę i mszę. Ja pierdolę, nikt mnie nie obudził. Co za zwisy. Żeby mnie kurwa ten cygan nie zauważył. O kurwa.
Stealing is a sin. You should know that as a Christian, and certainly as a monk. Even if I wanted to forgive you, I couldn't. Thou shalt not steal.
Very well, brother. I accept my punishment.
Ja pierdolę.
Now, show me what you have on you. I must confiscate anything that's
Kurwa,
not
to on mnie
allowed in the
przyłapał.
monastery.
Nawet nie miałem skrzynki, żeby to schować. Fuck. Jeszcze reputacja legła w... Kur... Serio, zamknęli mnie w jaskini? Kurwa, kara w więzieniu. O Boże, nie. O fuck. Nie no, musimy wyjść z tego jebanego klasztoru. Iść do skrzynki po nasze przedmioty. Wziąć chociaż golda i jedzenie. Kurwa, czyli my będziemy teraz cały czas siedzieli w klasztorze. O Jezu. A jak z jedzeniem? Przecież ja nie mam co jeść. Kurwa. Nie to, że będę miał kulę u nogi, to jeszcze będę głodny i będę suchoklatesem i będę miał znowu minusowe statystyki do walki. Jak ja mam zabijać mnichów? Idź do łóżka. No nie no, chyba mnie karmili.
Talk to me, brother.
Spierdalaj. Cykatorian. W dwóch, kurde, przyszli mnie pałować w piwnicy. Zboczeńce. Kurwa, myślałem, że zdążę. I sam mam się modlić. Po prostu, kurwa, nikogo nie ma. He.
You! What the hell are you fooling about here?
Dobra, czekaj. Czekaj, mordo, idę po itemy. Bo pieniądze. W ogóle to najpewniej bym się czuł, jakbym miał swój ekwipunek. No jest tu wszystko. No ja to kurwa biorę. Co prawda nie muszę tego zakładać. Jest. Ale mam chociaż sztylet i mogę ich zabijać. Mam kasę. Czy mogę iść do tamtego pajaca? Wytrychy mam w dupie, kurwa, z nimi. No, tu wchodzę jak pan, bo już kiedyś miałem klucze. Dobra, idziemy na modlitwę. Hehehe. Suń dupę. Idę przed sam środek, o. W dupie z wami. Tych kartek szukam, może gdzieś są. Świeczka zwalona. O! Serio? Za ołtarzem, kurwa, był wytrych. I co, ja mam tu stać? Ile tam było tej modlitwy? Ile tam było tej modlitwy? Czekaj. No kurwa, zabrali mi tamtą książkę, gdzie miałem napisane, ile mam spać, ile mam srać. To jak się napije pimperka, to chyba nie będą źli, co? Czas chociaż lepiej na minie. Nie wiem, chyba 2 godziny. Była godzina? Chyba od 5 do 6 była modlitwa. Kurwa, ja tak cały czas muszę robić. O Jezu, ale to będzie irytujące, nie? O, tych nowicjuszów muszę poznać. Jodok.
Can't you see we're at mass?
No, tak po bimberku to średnio widzę. Jedź z ostatnimi. No ja już trochę jestem najedzony. Ale dobra, jeszcze trochę mogę przekąsić. Co prawda to był chyba ruski bimber, bo znowu mi się siadło na wzrok. O, kurwa, ale wieje. Czy wy też tak macie, że jak wam kamera ucieka, to przechylacie głowę w drugą stronę? O, on się ulewa. Ja pierdykam. O, tu chyba mam jeść. O kurwa, kto tu nasrał? Henryk. Nie dolewaj tylko. Mnich. Śniadanie też chyba było przez godzinę. Ja mam siedzieć i patrzeć, jak on macha łyżką? Nie no, come on. Chyba się tak nie godzi, co? Tym bardziej, że takie najedzenie to dupa nie jedzenie, bo Henryk jak walnął bimberek, to wszystko zostało po bimberku. O, nowicjuszczyżyk.
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although it's not important. Welcome to purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka Pardubits? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
Chyba kłamie.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive...
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my brothers, my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder?
Indeed so.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
No mi zaliczyło świętoszka, czyli to on jest świętoszkiem.
Please, keep it to yourself. Especially the part about the coin.
Will you tell me something?
Look, nothing against...
Very well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Aha, dobra.
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing morning prayers?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time. No one's too awake at that time of the morning.
I'm still curious about this treasure trove of yours.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. At other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
What kind of a book is it?
I found it here in the library. It was on a shelf where it should never have been.
A to on znalazł
So I hid
tą.
it to read later. It's the Necronomicon. Ghosts, demons, and invocations of powers beyond our world. Only it's written in a strange language that I can't really make sense of. All bara this and bara that. Who knows what it means? I tried to count the syllables, read the words backwards, but nothing. I'm not getting anywhere with it.
Oh. I'm not too sure what the prior or the cicator would say about a book like that. Actually, what anyone would say. It sounds quite prohibited.
Ah, prejudice. But you're right, it is prohibited. For no good reason, though. Has knowledge ever done anybody any harm?
Może.
If it wasn't harmful, it wouldn't be forbidden?
That's a rather limited view of the world. Some write about the saints, others about demons. And an educated person should know both. Pity I can't understand a word it says. I've been trying for quite a while. Just please don't tell anyone about the book. If the brothers learn that I took it from the library and hid it, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Our brothers' minds are closed to a thirst for knowledge.
Tutaj mamy haka na niego.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry, I won't follow you again.
Thank you. And please, Gregor, don't mention it to anyone.
Powiesz mu szukanie świętoszka?
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the
Chyba to
other
będzie
novices.
zbyt oczywiste. Antoni.
Tell me about Antonius.
Oh, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
That's all. Who would you elect?
Most likely Nevlas. He's a fine fellow and he seems honest. But, truth be told, it doesn't matter much to me. A monastery will still be a monastery, no matter who's in charge. If you really want to talk more about it, ask Antonius. He seems to have taken an interest.
Pan Smil flaszka. Łukasz.
I'm Gregor, a novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
I'd like to know something about the other novices.
I don't know much, but ask away.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all. Except that he's not a stickler for rules.
You really don't know anything about anyone? Well, thanks anyway.
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't felt like getting to know anyone.
Nie wiem, który z nich może być sprzedawczykiem. Co?
I've heard that you, well, that you enjoy the company of men. Is there any truth to it?
What? How do you know that?
I read it in the abbot's book.
What? The abbot's book is locked up in his chambers, and he'd never allow anyone to read it. Did you break in? But why? Just so you could dig something up on me?
I was looking for something else, but I just happened to come across your story.
No matter what you were looking for, you crossed a line that shouldn't be crossed. But don't worry, I won't tell on you if you promise me the same. Yes, you can call me a sodomite, a sinner, a monster, the spawn of Satan. But tell me this, Gregor. Can I help the way I am? I tell you, it's a test of my faith. A test so daunting you can't even imagine.
Gay. To zwodzi ci diabeł.
You're right. I found it interesting, but I'm not judging you. You are the way you are. You should be true to yourself.
I'm glad you aren't like the others. Thank you for not passing judgment. I swear to God, I've never lain with another man. I've never sinned. When my father wanted me to find a wife and start a family, I told him the truth, and he had me sent here. And in a way, I was glad.
No tu masz pełno mięsa do wybierania spółek. Kiełbasa, jakieś kabanosiki, salceson, baleron, wszystko kurwa co chcesz.
If you could, who would you vote for to be the abbot?
But I can't vote. so what's the point of worry?
No dobra.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
You see, I'm looking for someone here.
You're looking for someone? But you're a novice, aren't you?
I am a novice. At least until I find the man I'm looking for.
Kurwa.
Why would you be looking amongst monks? You know, the laws of man aren't valid here.
Mogłem tego nie
In the
dawać.
cloister, we're subject to divine law, the law of the church.
I'm looking for a footpad who's hiding out here in the monastery. He had a hand in raising the Neuhoff farm. He's taken many lives.
I heard something about that. But why are you telling me all this?
Because you could help me. It has to be one of the other novices.
That can't be. Have you told the prior? What are you going to do to this man once you find him?
Talk to him. Then I'll see. Do you have any idea which of the novices could be the imposter I'm looking for?
I don't know, and I don't care to know. I wish you'd never told me. Now I won't be able to sleep at night.
Pomogę ci snem wiecznym.
There's something I should tell you.
Już i tak wie, kurwa.
Something secret. I'm looking for someone here in the monastery.
You're looking?
I am a novice.
Why would you?
Kurwa, to samo.
Because you could help.
Dobra.
Talk.
I don't know.
Kurwa. Ach chuj.
I think that you're the man I'm looking for.
What are you on about? You can't be serious.
I am. Your secretiveness, the fact that you don't want to speak with anyone, that you keep to yourself, you're obviously hiding something.
But you're wrong. You've made a terrible mistake. I'm not the man you're looking for. I'm not. Please, don't hurt me.
Cisnąć go?
You're lying. You are pious, a criminal in need of punishment.
Saint Anthony, pray for me. Help! Is anyone there? Help me! Brother Gregor is a madman!
Gdzie on spierdolił do góry?
Father! What's wrong? What's happened?
That novice, Gregor, he's no monk. He's come here to the monastery to kill someone.
What? What are you talking about?
He told me himself that he became a novice so he could...
I'm a new brother, a novice, Gregor.
O kurwa.
I don't know my way around here yet.
Sprzedam jej
You're in charge
jebany.
of the whole monastery, aren't you?
Welcome amongst us. Yes. The Lord wanted me to take over the abbot's duties in his absence, but mainly I'm a servant of God, just like you and all the other brethren. Before God, there's no difference between us. How do you like it here?
It's wonderful here.
I'm glad to hear it. May your enthusiasm last.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
I've heard some unsettling news. I've been told you've lied about who you are the entire time you've been here. What do you
Kurwa.
have to say about it? Who are you really?
It's true that I'm not who I say I am. I'm not the young Lord Carl. He ran away and sent me in his place.
Why would you agree to that?
Money. I was drowning in
Dobra,
debt, and
chuj.
the money from Sir Carl helped my family stay afloat. Carl never wanted to become a monk, but Father, I found peace here in the monastery. It's better for me to serve God here than continue my life.
Zajebie tamtego paszczura.
Thank you for your honesty. Because you've told the truth, I'll forgive you for deceiving us. Continue to be an exemplary monk, and I promise I'll forget about what's happened. Well, unless someone from Sir Carl's family intervenes, then I'll have no choice. I'll have to deal with the situation.
Thank you for your kindness, brother.
Oj, Łukasz, kurwa, ty długo nie pożyjesz. To już ci gwarantuję. Jodok.
Greetings, brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Najstarszy z nowicjuszy.
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future that anyone could find interesting.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out manure.
No ja.
I'm interested in the
Łukasz.
I'm interested in Lucas.
Nobody knows much about Lucas. He keeps himself to himself. If you ask me, he's got something to hide. I'd keep well clear of him if I was you.
Do you have any grounds for suspecting him of something?
Quite a lot. And also none at all. The circuitous who make the rounds despise him, and they'd never punish anyone without cause.
Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He won't betray a confidence. He's always happy to help, which is more than can be said for the other brothers.
What can you tell me about Siskin?
Oh, he's always got a smile and a new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming of the world
Łukasz
outside.
zajebie dla zasady, a Czyżyka, bo to on.
I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If it was up to me, he'd be out on his ear right away.
Sounds like you don't have much time for him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor, he's hiding something from us. In fact, now I come to think of it, I haven't seen him at morning prayers for a while.
What can you tell?
Oh, I'm surprised.
Dobra, kurwa, Antoni, powiedzmy, że ci zaufam. I kurwa powiem ci.
I need to make a confession.
I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing to worry about.
I'm here in the monastery looking for a thief. He had a hand in burning down the Neuhof stud.
You don't say. And who are you to take such an interest?
Someone whose job it is to investigate the case, find the perpetrators, and make sure they get the punishment they deserve.
Punishment? Do you intend to punish them here, in the monastery?
I don't know yet. I'm still just on their trail. Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident, and all the other brethren have been here much longer than that.
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices, but still, I don't know which one he could be.
3? Please, leave me out of it. And you're right that it could be any one of them. No one knows anything about Lucas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. It wouldn't surprise me if he was behind that massacre. Actually, the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books. The thought of Yodok at Neuhof sends chills up my spine.
Maybe you're right. It's not a pretty thought. Thanks for your help, and please don't say a word to anyone.
Don't fret, my friend. Your secrets are locked inside my
Kurwa,
lips.
tam było w tej księdze opata, że ktoś kurwa zdążył przyjść. Ty, Łukaszek.
Go away. I don't want to talk to you.
Kurwa, zginiesz. Cykator cibitor. Co ja bym tu kurwa ogarnąć? Chodź pracować we fraternii? Repsytane w lasa? Tu chyba ja. To była ta fraternia. Co tam masz w kieszonce, braciszku? Kurwa, ty biedaku.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nebulus, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
That means you get to leave the monastery.
Ale głos mu nie pasuje.
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
Z mordy chłop po 30, a z gadki kurwa po 50.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any surpluses go to the poor. But in reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
Is there anything I could help with?
You know, there is. Perhaps you've heard that Abbot Peter is gravely ill. I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I could give old Peter a few more years to do good. What do you say?
Fuck yeah.
What do you need me for?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now, you know, most of the brothers believe every illness is a message from God, and that it's not our place to deny his will. I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the medicine to cure them, then it's our duty to relieve people of their suffering. The cure for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library, but it will certainly be amongst the Libri Prohibiti, the forbidden books.
Libri
Those we aren't
Prohibiti.
permitted to read.
Chyba czytałem.
Where can I find it?
In the
Łopata.
library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it. The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what you're looking for. The cover has not only a Latin inscription, but also Saracen letters. Bring it to me, but leave the other books there. No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish, someone would certainly begin to look into it, which is exactly what we don't want.
Why are they forbidden?
Because they contain occult and demonic practices, witchcraft and all manner of evil. Or so some people claim. It's nonsense, of course. This is nothing but a book of medicine, albeit one written by a pagan. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book is the work of a Saracen devil and must be kept under lock and key. Since then, no one can even talk
No,
about the
tak
book.
przeważnie robili.
But the three wise men were from the east, were they not?
No dobra.
Is there anything you can tell me that would help?
Wytrych.
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers. The
Ja może
librarian
mam
should
te
have
kurwa
another one,
klucze nawet.
or you can acquire some lockpicks. But I can't tell you where or how. Perhaps Brother Celerius could help.
Mam już swoje wytrychy.
Why can't you do it yourself?
Because I'm one of the highest ranking monks here, and one day I'd like to become abbot. Can you imagine me crawling around in the black of night searching for a forbidden book?
You could just ask for it.
Do you honestly think I haven't tried? Unfortunately, Librarian Cyril is a stubborn ass.
No dobra.
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass unwatched,
Mam
you'll
klucze.
need to go at night.
Mordo.
It's locked, but I'm sure you'll manage to get in. They say Brother Solarius understands locks, but don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, bring it to me, and I'll then use it to make Peter's medicine. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over and done with.
Dokładnie.
Is there any way I could help you get elected? Somehow tip the scales in your favor?
What would you like to do? Climb up the tower and shout, "Vote for Neverless, vote for Neverless"?
Not exactly. You do have an opponent, John.
John isn't my opponent, he's my brother. Just like you and everyone else here.
Zobaczcie, zdobądź klucz do szafy z zakazanymi księgami. Ja już kiedyś tu byłem i obskrobałem. Jak szukaliśmy tej relikwii dla tego świętego Prokopa, dla tego strażnika.
Should I find out for you what's going on around here?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting things in order. But if I don't know exactly what's wrong, then my promises are just empty slogans.
Very good then. I'll find out what I can.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. Dobra, kurwa.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist's laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. I want you to prepare 2 marigold decoctions. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can check them.
Kurwa, easy. Zioła są w skrzyni. Gdzie to jest ta akademia bimbrownicza? Aha, to o to chodzi. No dobra. Tace kutil. A teraz panato. Zacznie alchemię. Zrobię nie 2, a 3 nagietkowe te przekręty. Przy okazji mogę wam pokazać, jak się kurde robi autogotowanie. Pa. Redukcja kaca, ale to najpierw zrobimy sobie, no kurwa, sztapsika nie mamy. O, odwar z nagietków. Na przykład następna karta i z powrotem. I w ten sposób mamy 6 odwarów z nagietków. Proste. Proste, no nie?
What do you desire, brother Gregor?
Wystarczyło wyekspić sobie autogotowanie.
I've finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices.
Mam nadzieję, że tyle czasu tu nie będę siedział.
Talk to me, brother.
Dobra. Ty kim jesteś? MNICHEM. Dobra, czyli swoje zadanie wykonałem. O kurwa, ilu ich jest. Jakbym łuk założył? Nie, bez sensu. Siedzą i żrą, cały dzień siedzą i żrą. Jezu, masakra, tu nie ma nic ciekawego do robienia w tym klasztorze. Ale piękne nagietki. Daj pozrywam. Ale piękne dziurawce.
Talk to me, brother.
I'd like to ask,
Kogo byś chciał?
who would you like to be the new abbot?
I've thought long and hard about it, and I've decided to support John.
To debil. To nie mamy o czym rozmawiać. Ciekawe, czy pies do mnie przyjdzie. Zielarstwo 19, czyli jeszcze jeden level nam został. Dobra, chłopaki, patrzcie jak to się... Patrzcie jak to się zbiera, kurwa. Że musicie się wiele nauczyć, chłopcy. Walerianka nawet jest. Myk do kieszonki. No i pięknie. Co tu jeszcze zostało? Jakieś gówno. Nagietki. Walerianka. Szałwia. I naprawdę ostatni level zielarstwa nam został. Jest wilcza jagoda. O, nice. Ostatni poziom zielarstwa nam został do ogarnięcia i mamy z głowy kolejny ten rozdział, jeśli chodzi o ekspienie Henryka. A najgorzej to będzie się łuk ekspił, nie? Nie wiem, chyba że do jakiegoś miasta bym poszedł i bym po prostu ludzi mordował. O, jesteśmy przeciążeni.
Go away. I don't want to talk to you.
Łukaszek. Łukaszek, ty gówno masz. Czemu jesteś taki chytry? No co wy, nogowice dla możnych? A chuj mi to. Na koń. O kurwa. A, bo ja nie mam konia. No dobra, no to mamy 101 dziurawca, to myślę, że 40 albo 60 możemy ciepnąć na ziemię. Dalej czego mamy dużo? Nagietków. Też możemy 40 wydupić szałwie. Okej. Ktoś to sobie zje. Dobra, co nam pozostało? W dupie z panem Janem. Księgi zakazane. Z księgi wydarte. Już te z księgi wydarte poszukamy sobie. Teraz czekamy, ale kurczę, gdzie to może być? Tu na wózku? Zaniedbuj swoje codzienne obowiązki. A co teraz jest moim obowiązkiem? Właśnie nic nie jest teraz moim obowiązkiem. A mnie laguje. Lol. Złodziej nie zadziałał. Znaczy książę złodziej nie zadziałał. Fuck. Co ja się tak duszę? Czemu mi tak FPS-y spadają? O co tu chodzi dzisiaj? Nie mam zielonego pojęcia. O ja pierdzielę. No nie. Jak kręcę w tą stronę, coś tam się kurwa odpierdala. Potężnego. Że tu gdzieś jest ta kartka. Tu coś leży. Kartka wyrwana z księgi. Może jeszcze jedna. Gdzieś będzie i będziemy mieli to z głowy, co? Tu kieliszki mają chłopaki. Masz grzyb się zaląkł. No dobra, czyli w piwnicy nie będzie. Tu jest ten cały więzień. Scenie zapis mogę sobie zrobić, ale bajer. Mnie nikt nie będzie szukał w tamtym miejscu. Gdzie jest ta pieprzona książka? Znaczy ten fragment książki. Jeszcze nikogo tam nie ma. W ogóle buta ktoś zostawił. Wolna Amerykanka. O! Mamy 5. Ty kurwa jakoś to idzie, kochani. Może wbrew pozorom znajdziemy te kartki prędzej? Już mi się wydaje. Ty, no nie wiem. Suszona sarenka. Małe oczko. Jest 6. Ej, to jest kurwa... It can't be true, my friend. W kiblu jeszcze powinna być zamiast papieru. No niestety aż tak dobrze nie ma. Łamywanie trudne. Myślę, że tu coś może być. Something worth it.
What do we have here? A nice sharp dagger. Now what would a monk need that for?
No właśnie, kurwa. Kto tu śpi? O, złe nawyki, kurwa. W nocy musimy zejść do piwnicy również. Coś nam się tu odkodowało, kochani. Dobra, czyli piwnicę. Piwnicę mamy ogarniętą. O kurwa. Aha, to jest wyjście. Okej. Lepiej sobie zostawić drogę otwartą na w razie W. To jest drugie wyjście. A może gdzieś na oknie leży? Kurwa, co on tak obchodzi? W dupie to mam. Ten kurwa patrol tu robi? Ciekawe, czy mnie zauważy. No mam teraz jeszcze ten bonus. Jestem bardziej sneaky.
Stop, Gregor.
Kurwa, zauważył mnie. Przecież ja tu cały czas byłem. Cały czas tutaj byłem. Może tu gdzieś są schowane jakieś, wiecie, między tymi. Czeska kampania. Ej, jest kurwa kolejna. 7. Fuck.
Non draco sit mihi dux.
Brother,
No
what are
nie.
you doing here? Shouldn't you be working some...
I definitely was there. I did come a little late, so perhaps no one noticed me.
Really?
Dobra, wal się na cycę.
Fine then. This time I will forgive you, but next time you'll be punished just like everyone else.
Nie no, nie będę go kurwa kapował. Idź w chuj, bo tu mam książkę ciekawą do wzięcia. Nikt nie widział? Pięknie. Maraton. No to sobie przeczytamy. Bandaże mogę sobie wziąć. No kurde, 3 książki jeszcze musimy znaleźć. I to jest do zrobienia. Już teraz to pewnie łopata gdzieś tam będą. Dobra, pierdolę. Usiądziemy sobie i przeczytamy tą książkę, jaki tak mamy ten... tutaj tracić czas. Gdzie ja się mogę usiąść? Kajo se klapnąć mogę. Tu se mogę. No to myk. To se klapnim. Niech kurwa czas nam leci. Pouczająca księga witalności. Dawaj. O, 3 godziny, ty, to jakaś kurde skomplikowana. A chyba 2 mamy do przeczytania na koniu albo gdzieś u Peszka. Boże, to jest dramat. Tutaj życie w tym klasztorze, nie? Masakracja. Śpisz do takiej, srasz do takiej, jesz o takiej, tu musisz to zrobić tamto, come on. To prawda, wiem, że już mi się nie przyda ta książka. Jak również wiem, że... A pierdolę, znowu sobie zaniedbuję? Deskryptorium. To do góry. Dobra, spierdalamy, póki nikt nas nie widział. No chyba o ciebie chodzi, co? Seksiaku.
Oh, you're interested in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about it.
Czy oni może zrobili coś takiego, że gdzieś tu schowali tę książkę na tych regałach? I szczerze, jakby oni coś takiego zrobili, by było całkiem normalne jak na twórców gry. Tylko... How can I się dostać? Ale nie, to chyba stąd zbierałem coś. Dobra. Na oknie też nie ma. W takim razie robimy questa dla ciebie, towarzyszu.
I'm here to work. Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think.
Oh,
just a bit of
łacina.
practice and learning Latin.
Nie umiem.
Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original. Is that clear?
Then you may begin, and try not to make a mess of it.
Na których napiszę co przed... O kurwa, poważnie, ja mam to kopiować tak ten? O fuck, już widzę, że... O kurwa, też ja nic nie robię. Czekaj. Sent ugele domnum volunutras jakieś tam coś. Et uniglem eduter terenos ta... Chuj wie. Aha, dobra, to jest akapit zaznaczony odkąd dokąd. Sent ingele. O, ja pierdolę. To chyba. Jeszcze to pismo jest takie dziadowe. Kurwa, nie wiem, to chyba. Oj, jest. A tu gdzie jest teraz nasz akapit? Tu jest te niebieskie napisy Dominus, Dur. Dur czy Dus? Ja pierdolę. Nie wiem, chyba to. Następne. Tu to nawet nie widzę początku, gdzie jest, wiecie co, tak mi się zlewa z oczami. Znaczy z literkami, że jasne gwint. Domi. Ale gdzie to kurwa jest początek? Chyba na środku to jest domin, eclu coś tam. To nie wiem, czy to jest C, czy to jest T. Chuj, niech jest to. To teraz pytanie. Czy Henryk się gdzieś nie jebnie? Mam taką kurwa nadzieję. Weź mnie sprawdź.
Oh, this is quite inexcusable, boy. Can you even read?
Naprawdę?
Oh, you're interested in what's inside? Forbidden books.
Novices
Go away.
have no
Novices
business
aren't
here.
allowed here.
Co ja mam teraz zrobić? Kurwa, zobaczymy, że tam wchodzę. Chyba poszli się naskarżyć na mnie. Kurwa, chyba miałem książkę wziąć, nie? A Wicena, coś tam delekolosi filiki.
This looks like this.
Pierdolę, nie będę czekał do nocy.
Forget about them.
Oh shit. Aha, no ona nie jest tak okradziona. Nie mogę nawet usiąść. Dobra, przeczytamy ją w powietrzu. O kurwa, ty, naprawdę jakieś pentagramy.
What would you like?
I'd like to ask, who's in charge of...
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always...
And what happens when the
Trochę
old
mu
abbot...
kurwa
Then
przeżyjemy.
re-elect-
Przedłużymy mu trochę żywot. Gdzie mogą być pozostałe następne strony? Pewnie tam. Braciszku.
Gregor, talk to me.
Ah, Gregor. Hapsaj.
Here's the book you wanted.
Amazing. This really is it. Now I can use it to prepare a cure for our suffering abbot. Then I'll leave it in the library to make it seem as if Brother Librarian left it lying about. There'll be no investigation. It would be against his best interests, as he'll look like the one who wasn't taking proper care of the books. It will drive him mad. I didn't leave that book out, or did I? Is there anything I can do for you in return?
Przeszłość pozostałych
I'd be
nowicjuszy.
interested in finding out the background of the other novices.
That's a strange wish you have. And the only ones who know everything about the novices are the abbot and the prior. They keep a record of every monk in the abbot's book, but you'll never get your hands on it. It's locked up in the prior's study.
Thanks. You've helped me immensely.
No, thank you. About that book, don't even think about breaking in to get it.
Za późno. Mogę ci jakoś pomóc?
Is there any way I could help you get elected? Somehow tip the scales in your favor?
What would you like to do?
Not exactly.
John isn't my opponent, he's my brother. Just like you.
No,
and
czyli on
everyone
jest
else here.
kurwa uczciwy, nie?
We're all brothers in Christ. But there is something you could help me with.
Dobra, jednak nie jest.
You must know there's a great deal of iniquity here in the monastery. I'd be interested to hear of anything I don't know about.
That doesn't sound like something I can do.
Pity? And I thought...
Kurwa.
What do you want me...
I'd be interested to hear about any iniquity in the monastery.
I'd like to...
Dobra, gra została zapisana wbrew pozorom. No już, kurwa, zaniedbuję. Jasny gwint. Jestem nazad. Czy on mnie tu ujrzy? Okej, wbrew pozorom nie. Dobra.
Lord in heaven, what have you done now?
Kurwa. Jebany. Ale miał timing. Nie mógł prędzej wyjść, tłuścioch. Dobra. Nie widział mnie.
What the hell was that?
To debil. To nic, to tylko ja, Henryk.
Praised be to our Lord Jesus.
Idź, proszę, proszę.
Get away from that cabin. The book's stored in there after your eyes.
Can I teraz sobie pójść? Zrobię jeszcze raz zapis, bo tym razem go nie będzie. Czekamy na tryb kameleon. No i dobra. Widzicie, ja tu część rzeczy mam już pootwieraną, bo ja tu byłem. Tak naprawdę nie pamiętam do końca, co ja tu kiedyś szukałem. A tych relikwii pieprzonych. Tego szukałem kiedyś. Ułamywanie bardzo trudne. Dobra, dla nas to nie problem.
What have we here? That's it. The book with information about the novices.
Czyżyk Smil. Dobra, to Czyżyk mówi prawdę. Jodok. Antoni, syn bogatego kupca. Studiował teologię, bla bla bla. Łukasz. Jest też o nas napisane. A dobra, czyli muszę lepiej czytać. No oczywiście ktoś kurwa do mnie musi dzwonić teraz. Ale mają timing. Poczekajcie. Zaraz będę. Dobra, już jestem. One more time, Czyżyk. Jodok. O kurwa. Jodok to taki ruchacz. Znowu odcinek najlepiej ze wszystkich.
But I still don't know which one of them is pious.
No właśnie. Ale nie mam zielonego pojęcia, który jest który. Mamy kolejną. Mapa skarbów 2. No weźmiemy, jak już jesteśmy. Kurwa, na mszę musimy iść. Dostaniemy karę jak chuj. Jeszcze 2 kartki musimy znaleźć i złożymy książkę. Tym kurwa broń na co? O. Już Burek do nas przyszedł. No, halo. Kurwa mordo. Dobra, gdzie my jesteśmy, kurwa? Dobra, tu są chyba jacyś strażnicy czy coś. Tak. Dobra. Tak, idę, kurwa. Mam nadzieję, że się nikt nie przyjebie, bo zakradłem się za nim, więc powinno być dobrze.
Brother?
No kurwa mać.
You were somewhere you shouldn't have been. Don't you know your place? Don't you know where you're permitted to enter and where your presence is forbidden?
Very well, brother. I accept my punishment.
I still need to look through your pockets to see if you have anything. You have a weapon here in the monastery. You failed to complete your trial period as a novice.
O kurwa. A to ja broni nie mogę mieć nawet. O kurwa, teraz gdzie my mieliśmy zapis? Księgi zakazane. Fucking hell. O kurwa mać. No teraz to ja nie pamiętam, czy ja znajdę to, co szukałem wtedy. No po prostu to przeraszujemy. Tu nikogo nie powinno być.
What have we here? That's it. The book with information about the novices. Interesting. But I still don't know which one of them is pious.
Dobra. No to chyba tyle. Wyjdziemy tędy. Żeby wyjść na dwór i schować broń do skrzynki, bo ja, kurwa, nie miałem zielonego pojęcia. Nie mogę mieć broni. Oh shit. To nieźle, to o tym nie wiedziałem w ogóle. Kurwa, na konia schowam. Na koń... Na koń... Na koń.
What are you doing here? You're playing truant from the monastery, aren't you?
Zamknij dupę. Okej, czyli mamy 9. To gdzie może być 10. kurwa kartka tej? Dobra, chyba dalej mam być w bibliotece, nie? Tak. Dobra, została nam 1 kartka do ogarnięcia. Ale powiem wam tak. Chyba dzisiaj zakończymy tu streamka. Dzisiaj będzie trochę krótszy. Mniej więcej to, co chciałem, to osiągnąłem, tak więc... Fajno. No i słuchajcie, kochani, dziękuję za uwagę. Pamiętajcie o zostawieniu łapeczki w górę, suba i dzwoneczka, aby być na bieżąco. Ja jeszcze pójdę do kościółka. I w sumie tyle. Może spróbuję znaleźć, kurczę, tą księgę ukrytą. Znaczy ten ostatni zwitek księgi, gdzie on może być. Ale nie wiem, niczego nie obiecuję. Czekajcie, gdzie to był kościół? Jak zwykle naokoło. Naokoło musiałem pognać. No. Także ten. Powinno być w jakimś prostym i oczywistym miejscu, ale niestety nie widzę takowego. W każdym razie jestem już w kościele, jest pan przeorek. Aha, dobra, nie chcesz pogadać. No, tak więc ja tu będę na mszy. Dzięki za uwagę. Pamiętajcie o ocenie, zostawieniu followka, suba, łapeczki w górę i dzwoneczka, by być na bieżąco. Na dole macie SZESZCHLONÓW, gdzie tam są wszelkie informacje podawane, jeśli coś się stanie i tak dalej. A jeszcze niżej macie wszelkie reflinki, do których was zachęcam, jeśli lubicie jakieś skinki wyciągnąć albo dodatkowy refill. Tak więc no, dzięki i trzymajcie się. Do następnego. Cześć!